Hey there, it's Patmos and welcome to episode 22 of our somewhat historic game. And well, we are still busy developing the town. We have a few row houses planned. We have the corner piece out here, and I do like the whole idea that it's not too big, that it's already a bit lower than the other buildings starting, so that it doesn't raise too high above it. And I'm curious to see how it will look once more houses gets in. I think the whole elevation here in the end will give some issues with how it will look, but we won't know until we give it a try, so that's what we're going to do now. As it is June 1734, we're building some more village houses on this end to add to the hands that we can have out here on the farm. Hopefully we add some good numbers. We can see this family was very, very rich. They're getting less rich by the day, but it's still taking quite some time before the numbers drop. But the good news is at some point he will feel inclined to work. Right now they're just sitting in their house eating away their money, which is fine. It's their problem, not mine. We have another house ready and we have migration enabled and no married family moved in straight away, which usually means that there's a good chance we'll get a family migrating in. We can also see that they are now delivering the iron, which we set up last time. So that will all go in here, and then that will make a lot of room in here to get new iron ore in. This one is really busy making all the iron for us. We don't have a separate storage for this now, though, which might be a thing. We might just need to build an iron storage here, although I think they can pick up all that we need, and we do have an iron storage in town. Right here, see, 2,500. So we do have some storage space for it, but not 100% sure if we are going to need an extra one. What we could also do at some point is build a woodcutter here so we can get rid of the trees, and that will also provide firewood for these guys, or the charcoal for these pits. Actually, I think that might be a good idea to start with. We don't even have to fully man it. We could just put in a couple of guys and they can get rid of all the trees here, giving us more building space. So I think we should prioritize that a bit, actually. That would be nice. What should we do with this? Well, I think we need to remove these trees first at some point and then get going with the decorating of that area, because there's still a few wild trees, as I would call them. And we don't want that, I think. Another place where we can do some decorations is out here. And I don't know. It would be nice to hide the trader a bit, because I think it's a bit too much showing. And with these big trees, we can hide the whole look of the trader. Of course, we do want to see all the houses, but I think it would make sense in towns like this that at some point they would try and hide certain buildings from the full view, because you don't want to just watch that all the time. And this is a nice way to try and do that by putting in some trees and making sure that you don't see it too much. And of course, decorating up the town is always nice. I still hope for a ton of decorations in the new update, but no clue. We have a messenger in from Balaklia. No clothing to sell yet and nothing else to do, so bye-bye. That's not going to work. One other thing I would like to check is chickens. We don't have chickens yet. And if we read, they probably eat buckwheat, I think. Chickens in a town, blah, 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 blah. Limits, separate, yeah, see. Doesn't say what they eat, which is I think they should still work on a bit in these things. Adult chickens lay 7 eggs per month. Half the livestock is used to be roosters. Eggs production in winter is twice less, so yeah, we won't be getting a lot of stuff out of chickens, but I think it's just fun to have them and to add them to the town at some point. Question is, where? Where should we add chickens? Could do it out here. We have the cows here too, so we could add some chickens there, but I'm not sure yet. But I do want to start adding some chickens at some point. But yeah, there's so many areas of the town to develop. We can develop this area with the row houses. We can develop this area with more normal houses. We still have to develop this area to make sure that the farm can have everybody that they need to do the harvest. Although we need to keep our eyes on this now. It's ripening, so soon enough the harvest will start. But we can get a clear view of how many people they can actually hire and if the harvest will all be brought in time. That also gives us time to maybe set out a few extra houses in this area, simply because it is fun to do that and to start planning out this area a little bit. So yeah, let's go ahead with that. We need at least 2 houses here for this part of the street. But I also would like to continue up here from the barber surgeon. Maybe leave a bit of space open so that they can walk through that. But yeah, I still want to continue the whole look of the houses here. And I do really like the look with all the lower houses. So maybe after this we can do a set of row houses. Behind this, the lower row houses. But for now, I really just want to go with the regular small houses. I like them the most. And yeah, I think this will work out. We can get this extra one in here. That will leave a little bit of room here for an old-fashioned well, like this. And then we can figure out what to do with this area. But this will add some nice extra housing into this area too. And that should make us think about what to do with this area then. And now that I think of it, we could get the chicken coos out here maybe. Although it's going to be a logistical nightmare to get all the food there. So, that might not be the best thing. Now, this area is developing. We're going to fill this one up with a bit of row houses. So we should also think about this little area now. How to make that look cool. And of course, this slab of land. Basically, the town is developing into different directions. This side, and out here. It might just make the town look a bit wonky, so I don't know. Alright, let's get some horilka. Yes, we can make beer soon again, but we never want to run out of stuff. And the best way to do that is make sure that you have enough booze. We still have some mead. 170 only. Wow. We're almost out of mead again, and we bought so much. Wow, if we take a look at that, we go to the mead, we can see that we bought 2,500 this year and we already sold 2,270. How much beer did we produce last year? I think not a lot, only 500 probably. 1,500, okay, and then 500 this year. Probably some leftover production that was finished during the winter. But yeah, we're going to need so much booze at this point. If we count the numbers for the mead, let's go to the mead. Let's see. Last year we sold, because we sold 3,100, 3,100, and then we also had horilka, I believe. Let's see. See, we also had some. We imported quite a bit sold. There's the yellow one. Let's do last year. We sold 1,600 horilka. This one 2,600, and then with the mead 3,100. Yeah, so I think we need around 5,000 or even a little bit more a year in terms of booze to keep everybody happy, which means a population of 634, and we need 5,000 beer, and these still have a lot of kids. My people are really drinkers. Look at this. Most of the people are kids that should not be drinking. We have only 400 adults. And they're using up 5,000 booze at least a year. Wow. I should not dive into that number too much because that'll be interesting, but yeah. Alright, here we go. We need 140 window glass, but we have that. We had 500 imported, so we still have 410. Yes, so we should be able to get that. We have the bricks and the limes. Do we have the bricks already? Yeah, we have. Oh, wow, we have 25,000 bricks right now. And we have everything, so they should just be bringing in everything and building this row house. Cool. Then after that, we get the forester. Maybe we should do the row houses in little badges like that. That might be good. All right, harvest should be starting, or should be busy right now. And we can see they are able to hire. The first field is being harvested. Can take a bit of time though before everybody that they can hire will also come in, of course, because the harvest just started out about here, like around the 10th of August or something. And if people are still busy doing another labor job or something, they won't be coming in until that job is finished. We can see that we now have almost one row filled up with people that they hire. I think that should be sufficient to finish this field. Some are already going home because they're tired and they need to break. So I'm not sure if we already have enough people to make this farm go all the way done in time, but we'll keep our eyes on it. We'll keep our eyes on it. Nothing to be done now. Well, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Fishery's doing a great job. Lots of fresh fish. We have salt in here. How much salt do we have in store now? Are we starting to stockpile some? Not yet. Okay. So we need to keep our eyes on the salt production. Or boost the salt production. Question is, if I build another one right across from it, is there salt there? Just build another one here. No, there is not. But what we could do is remove one of those haystacks, put this one out here, and then put another haystack somewhere in the middle or something, so that we get enough hay. Or, since we need a lot of salt for the place out here, but there's no salt here. Oh, there's a bit here. We also need it for the fisheries. We could find a place so that it's a bit closer to where all the jobs are. Here are 2 fisheries. We could place one here. I think it would be good to keep them close together. So probably removing this one will do the trick. And we have plenty of hay anyway for now. So yeah, let's make empty. Really make empty. And then we'll build one out here. We can extend this then, make it go closed so that we have a closed off area with an extra salt maker because we need more salts. They do have all the food and stuff, so that's all not an issue. I just feel like they don't really produce a lot of salt all the time. There comes a bit of salt. Going to work, going to work. Ah, yeah, there's only one working at the moment, so that's why we don't get that much salt in. Always an issue, of course. Alright, look at this. I think they've been hiring a few extra people because now it's the end of August and 2 fields are harvested. They are busy with the 3rd. Of course, they still need to bring in a lot of the harvest, but that's not too bad considering that it's still just August. So we still have September, October, and November to get things done. Oh, yeah, we do have shoes now to sell. I don't think we still don't have any extra clothing to sell, so let's not do that. We should have good apples in again, though. Yep. Very good, very good. I'm feeling inclined to add some apples here too, because we have so much dried fruits. I actually wonder if we have spoilage in the apples. Paris 68, see? We've produced a lot. We spent only 5,000 of those on the dried fruits. So yeah, we can sell a few apples. So let's go in here and let's sell 1,000 apples. That's another 80 coins. I'm not gonna say 80. I'm not gonna say anything bad to 83 coins. Otherwise they would spoil anyway. Harvesting this field too now. Yep, see, they are doing better now on the hiring. They're probably not going to empty this one out quickly now, though, because of all the farm jobs that they're busy with. But slowly they empty it out. Could also be that there's not a lot of hay barracks available at this point. I don't think we use that much hay. They will use some hay, of course, here with the cows, but that's it. Let's see. Slaughter. Slaughter. That's 2 more that we can slaughter. Then let's go up here. Let's pause for a second so the screen won't jump. If you don't pause, the screen will jump every now and then. This one is also 1-year-old, so we can slaughter all of these. And then out here, slaughter, slaughter. All right, there we go. That's a lot more. Are we out of cow hides now? No, we still have 500 in store and a few here. But yeah, see, they can still put in extra cow hides there. They just need some salt in here to get going. So the salt works will really come in handy. It's reserved now. Very good. Very good. Then we can delete it and build another saltworks. I will speed up the saltworks though, because we do need that extra salt. I think we will have oxen by the time the saltworks is done anyway, so we don't have to preserve those yet. I think we will get enough bulls ready that we can turn into oxen then. Right, let's demolish this one, then put down another saltworks. I don't think I ever gotten to a point where I do actually need 2 saltworks, but yeah, I think we do now. Let's continue this fencing now. Maybe not too far out, but yeah, a bit. Alright, before we continue, let me see what happens if we put another hay dryer here. How far? Yeah, that might be a bit too big for this one. Yeah, we'll do it with the one. Let's move this over. Get this in as the next building. This has all the resources now, so they can now start to bring in everything here. This also has a few of the resources already. But yeah, I want the salt works up and running. That's going to be interesting. Should be able to build that quickly because it's close to all the building materials. Oh, we get some honey here. Look at this. It is halfway September now, so we're a little over a month into the harvest, and most fields are harvested. That is excellent. So that really helps out. The extra houses do their job. See, this farm is done. This farm is done. So that perfectly worked too. This farm is not done, but look at how many they can hire. And I think, yep, we're already doing 2 batches of fermenting. Drying hops and malting the barley. Nice. So yeah, that's good. That also means that more barley can come in here. We still have a lot of barley harvest inbound, so we can make a good amount of beer. Not sure about how much, but I think if we take a look at how much barley we actually bring in. See, we produced 2,200 so far. 23, almost 2,400. I think this is also the amount of beer we can make with this. So that will be half of what we need. So we only need to import half the booze, which is already good, I think. I don't know. I like to be self-sufficient with my towns. I know trading can be quite profitable too, but I like to be self-sufficient. I don't know why. It's just a thing I always have. In a lot of games, actually, I just like to be having everything myself and on my own. I do feel this is cool, but I do feel it also lacks something. Maybe like a low wall, or it gives you the feel of a treasure. But at least it needs a few trees or something, or a bush. Maybe not too big trees though, because they might just get in the way a bit. I do think the tavern needs a nice tree anyway. That will give some color to this. And then let's start out here in the middle. Let's get these trees to follow the shape of the road here. And leave this open and we'll continue out here. Go like this. I think this will just give that little bit of extra. We can do the rest later on. But this will give this little bit of extra filling up into this area. Because I think this is just only the seeds is a bit too plain. It's just feelings and thoughts. There they go, bring in more and more. Almost all the harvest is done, meaning that they will start to bring in harvests now. I think this will be one of the first times during the time that we have this farm that they will actually get everything, or most likely get everything in before the winter, because we've lost quite a bit of harvests on this farm. Messenger from Merefa. Well, let's sell some lime. Lime is always good. Let's sell some iron. Yeah, we have plenty, so deal. Not selling any salt anymore, since we don't have any salt actually. That's a good reason to not sell it. They're still bringing in resources. That's how much they need for this building, but that's fine. We'll get them in. Second row house is ready. Look at this. You can now see the results of the terrain. So there's an opening here. It doesn't look very smooth. The bottom is attached, but that's it. And I think that's something that at some point they should still work on. That this is actually perfectly straight and that the top will also align nicely. I mean, it's not that bothersome, but on the other hand, yeah, this should just be attached to each other somehow. And also have the same height. So as you can now place the building, you get the dots at the bottom if you hit the F1 to actually attach them. Maybe they should do that to the upper square part too. And maybe even the roof tips, so you can make all of that attached to each other, so that it will look perfectly. So this house will just be slightly bigger on this side, slightly higher on this side, so that it will perfectly fit. But I don't know if that's a solution, and that if they can code that in or something. It's just a thought that I have. Wow, look at this, almost all is in. Yeah, they don't even need to hire a lot of people anymore, apparently. Just some buckwheat and potatoes laying around, but that's it. All the wheat's in 2. Well done, well done. Oh, it's completely filled up the farm. That's why they're not bringing the rest in. This is now completely filled up. Well, we have this granary, and I did not set it up. No, not that granary. I was already at the right place. This granary. Well, let's go check this granary. Let's see. Honey, dried fruit, buckwheat, potatoes. I think we should just put in what we have in here. So at least buckwheat, potatoes, and then the dried fruits. Let's put those up to 2,500 each. That's at least a good start. I should probably click this granary now and do to all and to all. That should already help this one to maybe get some more stuff in soon. We also have some dried fish and some cheese, I believe. Yeah, and the rest is double. So let's put in dried fish and cheese, but in small numbers. Cheese is up here. And I think a bit of... yeah, and some flour. Not that we have any present, but okay. We'll do 500 dried fish, I think. And then 250 cheese and 500 flour. Not that we're getting it in, but it's okay. And one of the things we could do, now that all the farms are done... oh no, this one's almost done. One of the things we can do for a little while is to just do labor by hands. If we do that, see, they will now start to bring in a lot more stuff. We'll turn that off soon enough, but we want this to be filled up so that these marketplaces really get their hands more free. 300, 200, 200, yeah, better numbers coming in. Perfect. And now that, because some of the stuff here is removed, they have the time to actually harvest some extra stuff. But it now looks like everything is harvested. They might just need to work on some of the harvests. No, everything is harvested. Yeah, the seed they still need to make the buckwheat harvest be ready, but that's it. Nice. Very cool. This now all speeded up. So what I would like to do is go to field 9 and do this. Now it should, yeah, see, now it's perfectly aligned again as we want it. This one is no longer completely filled up, so they are taking out the stuff, and that's good. This is now hiring a lot of people to bring in all this stuff. How many dried fish do we have? Produce 7. We have 5,000 in store. Oh, well, let's bring this up to 1,500 then. I don't think food's going to be an issue for a while. We are quite good on the food. Wow. Alright, very cool. The saltworks is being built. That leads us to check for some oxen. Well, this one does not provide any oxen soon. This, oh, I might have been wrong about having oxen soon. Oh, yeah, I've been a little bit wrong with that. Well, nothing too bad, though, because what we can just do is get 2 bulls, turn them into oxen, and then use them there. I wonder if they actually have to be a year old before they can work in a building like this. 2 horses or 2 oxen. Drag and drop an animal from the cowshed or stable to relocate. You can't mix horses with oxen work as well. Doesn't say that an ox has to be a year old to actually work in a place like this. I'm going to take the gamble, though, with 6-month-old oxen. I'm just going to turn 2 bulls into oxen that are 1 year. This is a filled up cowshed anyway, so there won't be a lot of space left. So we can do that, and we'll just wait a year for the other ones to mature and start reproducing. That's fine. Let's sell some charcoal. See, now we're finally making clothing, but I'm not selling it. But I will sell some extra apples that we have. And that's it. And they're still busy here building this. Once this is ready, we will make sure that they can get all the resources in first. And after that, they might be all up and running to get the oxen in. For now, that's not happening. We need this to have more wood again. This one is completely stocked up, so let's do 5,000 out of this. The other one that I was checking didn't have the wood anyways. And distance doesn't really matter, so yeah, let's tell them to... oh, yeah, order successfully made. So this should be bringing in the wood now. Yes, okay, very good. Might be helpful with this one too, that we can transfer wood up there, which is closer, so that might be good too. Saltworks is ready. Alright, let's go like this. Apply to all and apply to all. So now it should get everybody that they need and all the right stuff. Yes. And then once completely ready, we can put in the draft animals. I'd like to keep my eyes on the salt a bit though. I'm a bit worried about it. We've produced 6,400. We've spent 1,600. So basically we are producing slightly more than we use all the time. Although we also sell quite a bit. Then still we are running a little bit of a plus, but we just sold way too much. So we just need to build up a stockpile again. With this second one, though, we might be good in the end to start selling some salt again as well. I mean, the saltworks does produce a lot of salt. But I think also what's hard with the development of this game is when we got salt for the first time, all you needed it for was to sell it. And for the thatcher, or for the tannery. Right now, of course, the fisheries also use some salt for the fish. That wasn't in the game earlier on. So those things are new and changed from the old version. And I don't know if they also balanced out how much salt is produced and stuff. So where in the older games, like a year ago, we could be having one saltworks for the whole town, you can get up to like 900 people. We might now need 2 for that. So that's also adjustment for the players, which is totally fine. It's no criticism at all. I mean, it works perfect and we just have to get used to those little changes. But it is a change and it's interesting, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, they're bringing in the hay, we have the wheat, we have some charcoal already. So I think we can go to our cow sheds. Now this one has 18, 17, 15 and 18. So this one will be an ox. And we'll move it in there. And this one will be an ox. And we'll move it in there. In 5 months we will have another bull. And they can start to reproduce. And I think about the same here. Yeah. So yeah, it's not really that much of an issue. There goes the ox. And this one not yet. Haven't seen that one open yet. Oh, maybe it is on the way. I don't know. There it goes. Perfect. Once they're both in, they can start to work here too. But yeah, absolutely no salt in stock. I think, see, these all still need quite a bit of salt to be completely stocked up as well. The good news, though, is that some of these don't have fishing nets at the moment. So once we get those up and running, they can finally get back to work. Right now they can't, but we do have some threats to be picked up for fishing nets, so we'll have to see. Another family is settling in town, meaning that we only have 3 vacancies at the moment. But that's okay. I think we ran out of booze again, maybe? That's why it took them some time? I don't know. How much do we have in here? Well, we have no more. See, there's 800 in here now. And we already produced quite a bit of beer this year, I think. That's going really fast. See, we produced 2,000 already this year. A lot of it's sold already, though. 1,500, 2,000. But we have 500 left from last year, I believe. Yeah, we've now produced 2,500. So we do produce okay amounts of beer at the moment. Still need to up the production at some point. But maybe an extra farm with the barley will do. I don't think we need an extra brewery anytime soon. It's not a matter of the speed in there. It's just us running out of barley at some point. Because we only have 749 left now. Yes, we can see if there's places where we can also buy some barley to at least keep the booze production going. We'll see. This, yep, it's producing salt. Good, 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 good. So as soon as there's brine stored, they will immediately start to turn it into salt. So we don't really have a sufficient amount of brine stored. I'm just really hoping that this will make the amount of salt go up quickly. See, there's another 100 inbound here. These are 440, 470. Slowly we'll get there with the amounts. They are now still building the 2 extra houses that we had planned in this area, which is great. That should be the last of the extra hands that we require in this area. Still not a big fan of all the straight lines, but it's so hard. Like, we do get a bit of a corner out here, corner look, but still want more options to move the gardens and stuff. Alright, this is almost filled up. One more place as a messenger from Derkachi comes in again. He's coming in all the time. Yeah, we get more and more clothing. Let's sell another batch of apples so that we're out of all the bad apples, I think. At least most of the apples in here should be perishing already. Oh no, they're actually pretty good now, so that's the good news. But the good news is also that all the spare apples that we had in here should probably now be almost removed, which is great. Let me check the dried fruits, though, that we're not selling too much. We produced 8,000 and we sold 7,000. So we're still good, but it's almost on par, so that's not too bad. Luckily, we have a good storage of it, so that's good. We produced 8,900, we spent 8,200, and we exported a bit. So we should not export too much in the end, I think. Maybe 1,000 or 2,000 a year for a few years, and then see what that does to the stockpile of dried fruits. But that might just go slowly lower and lower. We'll have to see how that goes. As we approach another winter, I'm playing only at speed 2 this episode, as we did the last. You can still get quite a bit of work done, even though just playing on speed 2, which is nice. I like that. And we can slowly see the town develop. Look at this nice white town. Salt, salt, salt. Where's the salt? Right here. Alright, 7,600 produced. 6,500 spent and some salt. So, yeah. Almost on par with production. So, we really need this. Yeah, next year we're not going to export any salt. That should be better. You can see that we had some in stores, and then because of all the sales, that got completely wiped out, and now we don't have anything in store anymore. So, yep, didn't interfere there quick enough. Oh, we have 10 in store now. Woohoo! That's starting to store some. Well, these should be filling up soon. See, 500, 470, and 410. So once these are filled up, until they will start to fish, they will still be using it now to get all the fish done. And there's still quite a bit of fish in there, so that's probably why they will keep going for a bit. But as soon as some of the buildings that actually need salt are completely filled up, like this one has all the salt already for the next batch, this one not, so that needs another 150. These are good on the salt. We're not doing any slaughtering right now. Yeah, we should be okay. And then, well, what we can do now, probably, is go on with the fence out here. Like this. Let's just leave it at this. I don't know how I want to close off this whole area. Like, we could do something like this, or... Not sure yet. Could probably put in a gate, though. That could be something. Big arch, probably. We just attach it here. Yes. So that makes an entrance out here. Yes, there we go. Now maybe we can do the same here. I think that's a good idea. Let's do another big arch out here. Like this. And then connect it up. So at least it is a sealed off area. I think that'll be nice. We can either do it like this, or get some straight lines going, or maybe even go like this. I don't know why we would do that, though. I think this makes more sense. Something like this. At least they can now get in. They can do whatever they need to do. And I think we can put in a haydryer in this corner. That would not be too bad. There we go. That's the extra haydryer that these might need. 50 sold, 200 sold, 50 stored, but it's also being picked up already. Oh well, nothing bad. Now, what we did forget about, or I did forget about, was this guy. He's ready now. Let's put in 4 people. Not too many. We don't need bark in here. Yeah, they should be producing wood and firewood. I'm not 100% sure we can find 4 guys to work there. We have 1 now. As soon as this disappears now, should be a second one in there. But I think these already have trouble hiring people, see? So, but we do have plenty of bricks at the moment. 25,000. So this doesn't need all the workers they have in at the moment. Let's actually bring this down to 4. And that should free up some men to work in this place as well. We have all the bricks we could wish for anyway, so it's fine. Other than that, I think our town is not doing that bad. 662 people. So we grow ever so steadily. Population history, we can see we keep growing. Of course, this is because we just started the new year, so that's why this is the same as the last year. We had a little bit of a smaller growth between 32 and 33, but that's probably because we had a period with not too much booze present. I like how this really goes up. So let's keep it that way. Child's been born. Always good. Messenger from Merefa. Let's sell some lime. It's not a lot, but we can sell some lime. I think we should buy all the hemp we can get to keep making clothing. Probably also all the wheat so that we can keep making flour. Ooh, let's sell some iron, of course. Always a good deal. That's nice. And then I think at some point I would like to see a trader come in where we can buy some from. But I don't even know if they are there. Find out. This is working though. This is in the queue. We need to gather more barley, and we don't have the amount of barley required, so that's not gonna happen. But it's okay. It's okay. They're bringing a lot of resources here. Ah, this is now working. We have the 4 people in there. Perfect. I think they've been gathering a lot of bricks for the next row house. Yep, they still need to put in more bricks. So that's good, but all the resources are picked up. Have to keep our eyes on the window glass, though. I think we might need some extra window glass, and we only have 130 left. And this one needs 120. Wow, perfect. So we can build all the row houses we have planned, but after that we need more window glass. That's okay though. They will be quite busy with it. But this will also be the end of this little episode. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have not done so, please subscribe to my channel. Leave all your comments in the comment section. I will respond to them. And then of course I hope to see you in a brand new video. Thank you so much and bye bye.